Sorry.
You're good. Good afternoon, everyone. I appreciate you all joining us for the post-game press conference for the UCF Knights. We are joined by head coach Katie Abrahamson Henderson, senior forward Brittany Smith, and senior guard Diamond Battles. We will begin with opening remarks from Coach Abe and follow up with questions for Brittany and Diamond. Lastly, we'll circle back with Coach Abe for any other questions. When asking questions, please wait until the microphone is handed to you. For any virtual questions, please use the hand raise function and wait to be unmuted. Please be sure to state your name and affiliation prior to asking your question. Coach, we'll start with you with opening remarks.
So excited. My heart is just pounding still. It's just so, I'm sweating, just so proud of these women. I mean, I think they have made history this year for many things, not just this game, but winning the regular season conference championship, winning the conference tournament. I mean, they have set out and made some goals, and they've attained a lot of them. I mean, probably every single one except, sorry, you guys are going to be like, don't say it, losing one game in our conference. That's it. Every other goal that they've set, they've attained. And so, you know, we're very blessed that we had some really good super seniors. Obviously, these two are seniors too, and hopefully they'll both come back and play. But I think it really helps to have a veteran team like that out. And last year at this time, and now let's talk about this game. Last year at this time, we played Northwestern in the NCAA tournament, and Diamond went down, not with an injury that was going to limit her too much, but we all felt that, and we all felt like we didn't score. So I really challenged these ladies this year to be balanced scoring team and step up. Obviously, Brittany really stepped up this game. Mawsony really stepped up this game. Diamond stepped up this game. Shania Merton stepped up this game. She hit some really big shots for us. So we talk about balanced scoring all the time, and I think that really helped us. Obviously, our defense holding this team to 52 points is great too. So I just felt like we did a good job playing defense, but scoring for us, that's a big deal. So I'm very proud of them, and I feel very blessed, and my heart's still racing, so I'm going to calm down now.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Now open things up for the student athletes.
Hi, Howard Magdell with the Next. Congratulations, you guys. Brittany, I have two for you, if I could. The first is, this is a career high for you. You've set what was previously your season high on March the 8th. What is clicking for you offensively?
I mean, I'm just going out there and doing what I do best. I don't know. I just want to score. I just want to bring my team up in any way possible. I'm just going to go out there and shoot what's open. So.
A technical question. Do you know what your wingspan is by any chance? It
I
seems
wish.
enormous.
You're right, it is. She does not know that.
I don't.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Congrats.
Diamond and Brittany, what does it feel like to be, like your coach was saying, you've been part of history all season, but to be able to really take part in this effort to be able to give your program its first NCAA tournament win? How much was that on your mind going into the game, but also to be able to do that today and finish the deal?
You want to go first? You go first.
Okay. This is a goal that we've set for a few years now that we've been trying to achieve, and we've come short, you know, the last few years, obviously. So, like, we're just really, really, really going to enjoy this win for the rest of today, and it's just a really good feeling.
Like Abe said, when I went down last year, it was like, you know, everybody kind of like got sad. So going into this game, I didn't, you know, all my teammates, you know, feeling or thinking about that game. We knew what we had to come out and do. And like most people say, we set goals, and most people don't achieve your goals. But to finally achieve this goal after years of coming to the NCAA tournament is big for us. So we're definitely going to soak in this win.
This question is for Diamond, for Azar Johnson from MV Online. Today you seem to, I've watched some of your games, but not all of them, but today you seem like you came with a swag. Is it a fair assessment to say your mindset was just, I don't know, it was just on another level? I felt like it was, you took it to another level. I mean, it's not to say that you don't take it at a high level before, but this I felt like you were saying you were taking it to the next level at this point.
After I got named Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year, I kind of gained a lot more confidence, and I knew now that I can play with a little bit more swag because, now people look at me as a Player of the Year. So, why not bring a little swag to it? I know that, people are going to look at me to score and look at me to lead this team. So, I know when I bring the intensity, my teammates going to back me up no matter what. So, when I play with intensity and a little bit of swag, it makes the game a little bit more fun.
Deshaun Jones from NV Online. My question is for Diamond. You looked at comfortable from the start to the finish. You got to anywhere you wanted on the court. Can you talk about how important it was for you to be aggressive and set the tone of the offense from the time the ball tipped up?
Like I said before, being the leading scorer on the team, sometimes my teammate looks for me to get us started, basically. So when I hit that first shot, I knew the momentum was very high. And just doing what I do best, I attack very well. I get people open shots. I create for my other teammates. And once that first shot went in, I knew that the momentum was very high for us, and we were just very comfortable here.
This question is for Brittany. It seems like people always are going to sway the Diamond, but do you look at it as when they're not making you the focal point, do you look at it as a sign of disrespect and you embrace it to show them that you're also a problem too on the court?
I don't need to be the focal point. I'm just gonna go out there and do what I do and help my team get a win. I care about all my teammates. So anybody can be the star. Diamond's our star, and that don't bother me at all. I'm so happy for you and for everybody on my team.
Oh, you're so cute.
Diamond, this one's for you. You guys had 6 turnovers today. What is it that's allowing you guys to limit your mistakes to such an extent, and how big a part does that play in what's been a rising offensive efficiency over your entire season?
Definitely controlling the tempo. When we get sped up, we make a lot of mistakes. When we control the tempo, we assess what's going on, and we're not too dribble happy or nothing like that. Just follow the game plans, just execute sets. That's when we're at our best. We turn the ball over less. So today we definitely controlled the tempo a lot. That's why we had 6 turnovers.
All right, our next question is going to come online from Kyle Nash. Kyle, are you there? Other questions from the in-person crowd? All right, Brittany, Diamond, thank you.
Thank you. Good job. Hey, help her down the steps.
All right, now we'll open things up for questions for Coach Abe.
Hey, Coach, good to see you again. Howard Magdal at the Next. In terms of the evolution of this team, your teams have been top 20 defensive efficiency from the moment you stepped on campus, just like they were at UAlbany. Where and how far along is this offensive evolution, and do you feel like this team has gotten to the point where you need it to be a true national contender?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people talk about our defense all the time, only because it's very different. I think winning teams play defense, period. I played, I always say this, I played, nobody cares, right? But when I was playing for Andy Landers and Vivian Stringer, it was defense. You're playing defense. You're not playing defense, you're not playing. So, I learned that very early when I was a player that was super important, and then I was blessed to work for some people that it was very important for them too. And so that's just kind of innate in me. I just know that in order to get to this level, you got to play really good defense. Our defense is really good because it's consistent. We don't change. We don't go zone. We don't go man. We don't mix it up. We stay in our press. We tweak stuff a little bit, but they're super confident in it, and I love that because they love it. They're confident in it. They have swag with it. They press. They love pressing. And some teams beat it pretty well, and they did a good job beating it today. But it just gets us going, and so that's big with defense. Offense. This year really is our best offensive team for sure. Everybody's scoring. Nobody cares who gets the credit, like Brittany just said. She doesn't care. That Brittany just is just so happy to, win, and so when you go in our locker room and we have, like we look at these production points and we'll say, you were beast mode today, Brittany, or you were beast today. It's always somebody in our room. And so offensively, it's been great because a lot of people have scored a lot of points this year for us. So, it's balanced scoring for us. Yep.
Jim Clark from Women's Hoops World. I got in a little late, so if you've already answered, just say I answered it, and I'll get it on the transcript. But you guys are really familiar with this building. And the last time you played here, well, you played twice in a season, and you were 8 points and 11 points behind at the end. That's as close as most teams get to UConn. So how does that, and some of your players were part of that team. So how do you approach that? How do you approach UConn, which has never lost in the second round?
I don't know. I'm trying to enjoy this win right now, so I'm not approaching them yet. Honest to God, I'm not. I'll go back to the hotel and I'll grind and watch film. My coaches have already watched film on them, but I do know they're a different team. They're not the same teams that we played in the past. This is a 2-year out thing that we haven't played them. So I have to really kind of study them and see a lot of things. Obviously, they're a historically great team. I know that, and for this game, I felt we were comfortable in the gym because of what you're talking about. We've been here before. The other teams haven't been here before. I feel like the UConn fans are great. They were probably cheering a little bit for us too. They're just great basketball people. So I haven't really thought about moving forward about playing UConn yet. But now that you put my head there, now I'm thinking about it.
Hey, Coach. Question I was going to ask is, what do you think? You're being when you're from Albany. This is not unfamiliar what you're doing right now. Maybe people see it as UCF is doing it new, but this isn't. This is your normal track record. You take things to the next level wherever you go, and clearly you've done that with UCF. But what did you do this year to come back from last year when you lost the tournament, came back, won the tournament, slayed the dragon like you did with Maine in the other conference, and then now and come back and win this game. And even though you're the top-ranked team, that's still a SEC team you just beat. So what did you do this season to take it to the next level?
Well, I really think it wasn't all me. I think a lot of it has to do with our captains, which is Diamond, Moss, and Tay. I mean, they just made a decision that this is what they were going to do, and they came back. They didn't have to come back. Moss and Tay did not have to come back. They did not. They could have gone and played somewhere, right? So they made a decision because of that feeling they had of losing in the NCAA tournament, the feeling they had of losing to USF in the conference championship, the feeling they had of not getting the regular season conference championship. That when you're a great player, that burns you for a whole year. So what they did was they came back and went to work immediately, especially Diamond, especially Tay. Tay's in the gym all the time. And they started. I mean, I don't even think Diamond took 2 days off after that game, and she was in the gym shooting. Her biggest thing was they don't think she's a three-point shooter. So now Diamond's going to start working on her three, and that was a whole summer thing, Mossney, she can't shoot outside shots, back off on her. So now she's working on shooting her outside shot. Like, they hear how people guard them and the way people guard them. Tay, she can't shoot either. She's only a driver. So they all really got in the gym and worked on that. And we talked about when the season started that we had to be a balanced scoring team. We have to. We cannot rely on KK Wright. When we were in the NCAA tournament, KK scoring 26 points. It's just you can't win that way, right? So we talked about it all the time, balanced scoring. And, we've just been really, everybody says, Coach Abe's a defensive coach, but actually I'm an offensive coach, And so, we just really worked on our offense again and just, celebrated every time somebody took a shot or made a shot or different people, right? So they got super confident in it. And that's why you see when Brittany shoots, she's just super confident.
Coach Jason Beatty with the Orlando Sentinel. You mentioned in your initial comments, Shania hit some pretty big shots. They made it a 4-point game in the third quarter, and then she hit back-to-back. How big was that for her confidence?
I mean, we recruited Shania for a purpose because we couldn't, what would happen if, Diamond or Lish, something happened? We wanted somebody that's a backup guard. She's a senior. We recruited her because she had a lot of experience. We knew that she could handle big games, and I said that in the locker room actually to her, like they were cutting it and she hit 2 big jumpers, not guarding her, and she just as a senior, super senior, stepped up and hit those shots. Those are big shots, and I told her that in the locker room.
Coach, just to follow up on the offensive part of the equation, you guys are north of 45% from the field. I think something like 7 of the last 9 games. Like you said, this is your best offensive team by the numbers, but especially over the last month plus, it's especially been so. What's allowed for that to happen, especially this evolution over the last month?
Well, Diamond's going to laugh, but I think we, in practice, some days we'll just go do offense, and they're like, yeah, hey, we don't have to play defense, But so we've been really working on that. We've been working on our sets. We put a new one in for this tournament, too, offensive set. So, we just been working on a lot more. When you got the defense down and you have, stabilizer like Diamond and Moss and, Desto and Britt, and they all know the defense, and you can take your time and work on the offense. We just had to get Shania familiar with the defense. That's really it. And so these guys know the defense like the back of their hand. So now we're able to work on offense a little bit more.
And then I just want to talk about Brittany a little more if we could. Somebody, I was asking about wingspan. This is obviously someone who you're hoping is coming back next year. But whenever the WNBA is calling, how does she project at the next level, and what's allowed her to have the kind of breakout she has, where she's found another level in terms of her efficiency and scoring at the same time?
Well, Brittany's scary because she doesn't know that she's that good. Brittany doesn't know she's that athletic. Brittany doesn't know she has that wingspan. Brittany is the sweetest, caring, wonderful young woman that wants to be a nurse, and help people, right? So she's not a dog like Diamond. She's not like, and she's not, She's just like, but it's okay. You need some of those people on your team. So, she knows when she catches it on the low block, and we watch a lot of film, that she's a bucket. I mean, I think they call her bucket now, so they've been hyping her up a lot, and complimenting her, and she's just super confident right now in scoring. And if you don't double her, then she's a bucket, right? So she was, I don't know what she was tonight, something. Yeah, 11 for 15. But, that's Diamond getting the ball, it's Lish getting the ball, it's Shania getting the ball, it's Moss getting the ball. People are getting the ball, and they also know that she's going to shoot it, unless they double her. She's shooting that thing. So she's got some low post moves. She's got some step out, like nice touch. She's got nice touch. So, that's a blessing with Brittany. She has no idea that she's, that special,
All right, well, that's all the time we have. Thank you, Coach Abe.
All right, thank you.
I didn't even see that he was.